Hello students, I, Mrs. Madhvi Mhatre, welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. We are revising chapter number 1, Linear Equations in Two Variables. In the previous lecture, we have studied about the standard form of the linear equations in two variables. Then we have learned about various methods to solve the linear equations which you have already studied in 9th standard. But out of that, as I have said, the first method, that is elimination method, and second method, substitution method, that is not there. It is omitted, that part. That means direct question will not be asked. But you know, those methods are useful for us when we are going for application of simultaneous equations. So even though they are not there now, means no direct question will come based on that, but still you know, must know them. Okay. Then I explained you graphical method, and there we have seen about what is the Cartesian coordinate system, then what is x-axis, what is y-axis, their equations, and then the various MCQ equations which can be asked based on the graph. Then one solved example from the textbook we discussed. Now let us go towards practice set 1.2, which is based on graphical method. Okay, so very first question here is activity based. Complete the following table to draw graph of the equations. Okay, so they have provided you with the questions and you have to complete the things. See, like this. So the equation is given and the table is given, means ordered pairs are given. Now here only 3 pairs are taken. So here value of one of the variable is given and you have to find out the value of other variable, which is very easy. As I have said, that while drawing graph also we are taking value of one variable, suitable value we are taking, and the value of second variable we have to find by substituting this in the equation. Okay, so here also we are going to do the same thing. The value which is given, that we will put here in this equation and then we will find out the answer. Okay, but see the first question, first and the third. Already they have provided you ordered pair. See, x and y value is given. See, first number is for x and second number is for y. So directly the answer is given. Is there any need to find? They have already provided. You have to only write that 0 there. Correct? Like if we put x is equal to 3, then this 3 will shift this side. 3 minus 3 answer is going to be 0. Okay, but here they have not given the ordered pair, means we have to find out here. So what you have to do is you have to put y is equal to 5 here. So when you will put y is equal to 5 here, then you will get x plus 5 is equal to 3, and then 5, if when you shift this side, 3 minus 5, we are going to get minus 2 as the answer for x. And from this we can write down the ordered pair as, in round bracket, minus 2 comma 5. Correct? Now here, as I have said already, the answer is given, that when y is equal to 3, x is also going to be 0. So this way you can simply write down the answer by observing here. There is no need to solve. Only in this case you need to solve it. Okay. One more sum is given here. See, x minus y is equal to 4. So similarly you have to solve it. See, like here the complete this box is given, means one pair completely solved, but here we have to solve. So when you put y is equal to 0 here, then value of x is going to become 4, which is very easy. And the ordered pair is 4 comma 0. Now when it is minus 1, x is minus 1 and not y. X is minus 1. So that minus 1, when you shift here, it will become plus. So 4 plus 1 is 5. But minus y is 5. In hurry, don't write down plus 5 here. So y is going to be minus 5. Okay. So this says this is a little bit confusing. So take your time and then do it properly. Actually, you solve it and then you write down the ordered pair as minus 1 comma minus 5. Okay. So such questions, they can be asked for 2 marks. Okay. Because here you can see as there are 4 boxes. So half mark is for each box. Now let's go ahead towards the actual question, that means actual graph to draw. So I am taking only one example from question number 2. So let's take first one only. X plus y is equal to 6 and x minus y is equal to 4. These are the two equations given and we have to solve these equations graphically. So we have to first prepare tables. First we will prepare for x plus y is equal to 6. Okay. So always whenever you want to solve it, if you want to make it easy, convert the equation like this. That means what, any one variable you express in the form of other, as we are doing for substitution method. You have done this in 9th standard, so this knowledge will help you. See, y is equal to 6 minus x, so that orally also you can do, just put the value and get the answer, no need to solve also in this such simple questions. Okay, so when we will take x as 0, then value of y we will get as 6. Simply put here, as I told you that to be more simple, you take x is equal to 0 first. Okay, then when x is equal to 1, we will get y as 5, and when x is equal to 2, we will get y as 4, and when x is equal to 3, we will get y as 3. So in this way you can take small values. I told you that you have to take small values because our graph paper is limited. So after finding all these values, you can make a table and you can write down the ordered pairs like this. See, first one, 0 and 6. Okay. Then second, 1 and 5 from here. Then from here, 2 and 4. And from here, 3 and 3. Okay. Here actually I have shown you the solution. But if you can do it orally, there is no need to write all these things. Okay. This I have done to make you understand. It's very easy. When you put 0, you are going to get 6. So you can do it orally also. So doing this work is not compulsory, it's a rough work. Okay, the examiner is going to see your table and check whether the values are correct or what. If your values are correct, then only there is a meaning for the graph. If you have found wrong values, then nobody is going to see your graph, because in mathematics marks are reserved for state. So if your table is wrong, then your graph is going to be wrong, so nobody is going to see that. Okay, so this is for first equation, we have completed the table. Similarly, we have to do it for second equation also. Okay, now I am going for first, then I am going for second, because I am taking here online. That is why it is not possible for me to do it simultaneously. Got it? But what you do is, after preparing the table of one equation, you go to graph paper, draw x-axis, draw y-axis. Okay, write down all the coordinates, positive on right of the x-axis, negative on left of the y-axis. Similarly, the in the upper part you have to write down positive on y-axis, and on in the lower part or just below the x-axis you will write negative coordinates. Correct? Then don't forget to give arrowheads to both the axes. Don't forget to write down origin, which is showing you O, or you can write 0 there, both the things O and 0. Don't forget to write down the scale on both axes. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Okay, and after that you plot all these points and draw the line. Okay, so completed for the one equation. Okay, so after drawing line at one arrowhead, you write down the equation. Afterwards, you go for the second equation. Got it? But now it is not possible because it's online, so we cannot do it simultaneously. Correct? Now I am going towards the second equation. X minus y is equal to 4. So similarly, you convert here, y is equal to x minus 4. See, minus y, so it is taken on right hand side, so it became plus y, and 4 is taken on the left hand side, so it became minus 4. But while writing, it is written properly, y is equal to x minus 4. Correct? Now after this, you can take different values, like when you take x is equal to 0, y is going to be minus 4. If you take x is equal to 1, y is going to be minus 3. Orally also you can do as I have said. When you take x is equal to 2, then y is equal to -2. And when you take x is equal to 3, y is equal to -1. Okay. So see here, as the values are increasing, here they are just decreasing. Don't observe the symbol, only see the numbers. And then you write them as ordered pair in tables. Okay, that is 0 minus 4 is the first ordered pair, 1 minus 3 is the second ordered pair, 2 and -2 is third, and 3 and -1 is fourth. Correct? So this way you have completed both the tables. Your already one line is drawn. Now again you plot all these points and draw the second line. Don't forget to write down the equation at one of the arrowheads. Okay. So after completing all these things, your graph will look like this. Correct? See, your graph will look like this. First equation, x plus y is equal to 6. All the 4 points which we took, for x is equal to 0 and 6, then for x we took 1, y is 5, then we took 2, then y is 4, then we took 3, and then y is 3. So all 4 points we have plotted, and then the line is drawn. As I have said, don't forget to do the arrowheads, and don't forget to write down the equation here. Afterwards you are going to draw the second line by plotting the points, and then see the equation is written. So it is very clearly understood by the examiner that this line is for the first equation and this line is for the second equation. Also, as I have said, don't forget to write down the scale. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Now see, these two lines, they intersect in the point 5 comma 1. So this is our solution. Okay. So you can write down, therefore the solution of the given equations is x is equal to 5 or y is equal to 1. Or simply you can write down solution is equal to inside the round bracket 5 comma 1. Okay, so in this way you are going to complete the graphical method. It is a little bit lengthy, but you know that it is going to be going to appear surely in the exam. So you need to practice it. Now after that, the next method is Cramer's rule. Cramer's rule to solve the simultaneous equations. But before understanding Cramer's rule, we have to understand the meaning of determinants. The Cramer's rule is also known as determinant method to solve the simultaneous equations, correct? So what are determinants that we need to understand? See, if we have four numbers A, B, C and D, and if we represent them like this within these two vertical lines, then it is called as what? Determinant. We have already studied this, is just a revision. It's called as determinant of order 2 by 2. Okay, because it is having two rows. See, this is first row where you have two elements AB, and in second row you have two elements CD. So there are two rows and there are two columns. AC, it gives you the first column, and BD, these elements give you the second column. You know that rows means horizontal lines and column means vertical lines. So from this here, we can say that the degree of the determinant is 2 because there are two elements in each column and two elements in each row. Or you can say that there are two rows and two columns. Okay. So here the degree of the determinant is 2. Or you can say order of the determinant is 2. Or this is the determinant of type 2 by 2. Correct? Now let us go further. Now here, this determinant, it represents a number that is AD minus BC. How we are going to get this? See. Okay, here you have to go for cross multiplication like this. See this arrow? These arrows, they should be actually in the middle, but in textbook it is given like that only. A into D, you have to go for cross multiplication. And then minus sign is there by default. Don't write plus here. A into D minus B into C. You have to go for cross multiplication. Got it? So value of this determinant is AD minus BC. or the determinant represent the number which we obtained by the cross multiplication here. Now let's go ahead. Here, to write down the determinants or to represent the determinants, we are using capital letters as we are using for set. You know that to represent set, we use capital letters. Similarly, to represent determinants, we are using the capital alphabets here. But here for Cramer's rule, we are going to use the alphabet D. D stands for determinant. Okay. Now let us see some questions based on this. Find the values of the following determinants. So first one here is given as A is equal to, the elements are 5, 3, 7 and 9. 5 and 3 in first row, 7 and 9 in second row. Now we have to find out value. That means we have to go for cross multiplication. Just now we have seen. So how we are going to write it? 5 into 9 minus 3 into 7. Always try to write down these pairs in brackets. It will help you. Okay, otherwise when you are writing it without the brackets, you may make mistake. So always try to write down in brackets, because you know that we are always solving the brackets first. So 5 nines are 45 minus 3 sevens are 21. 45 minus 21, that is 24. So value of this determinant is 24. So such questions, they will come for 1 marks. Even such questions can be asked in MCQ, that they will give you the determinant and they will give you 4 different values, and from that you have to find out the correct value of the determinant. Or sometimes here from these 4 numbers, one number will be unknown. Okay, like they will say that 5, 3, K and 9. Value of this determinant is 24. Find the value of K. Okay, so in place of 7, you will write down K there and then you will solve it. They will give you the value 24, but here the unknown will be from any one element and you have to find out. So those questions, they can be asked in MCQs. So determinant question is basically of 1 mark. See one more I have taken, second determinant, which is represented by n. So here also see negative values are there, so I have taken this minus 8 into 4 in first bracket, minus 3 into 2 in second bracket. So minus 8 into 4 is minus 32, and this minus into this minus is going to give you plus. So 32 minus of minus 6, that will give you minus 32 plus 6, which is minus 26, correct? So this way you are going to find it. One more is there where roots are there. So all these are textual questions, but as I have said, they are equally important. So here also we have to go for cross multiplication. See 2 root 3 into 3 root 3 in one bracket minus 9 into 2 you write, or 2 into 9 you write, because multiplication is orderless. So you can write down in any sequence here. Now see here 2 into 3 6 and root 3 into 3 is 3. So 6 3s are 18 is the product of these two numbers. And here 2 9s are also 18. So answer of the determinant is 0. So what we can understand from this is the value of the determinant can be positive, it can be negative, it can be 0. It is not so that the value of determinant is always positive. So it can be either 0, it can be positive, it can be negative. Got it? Now let's go ahead. Now we will see how to solve the simultaneous equations by using Cramer's rule, or the other name is what? Determinant method. Just now we have seen the meaning of determinants and we have seen how to solve them. Okay, so since determinants we are using here, it is important to understand how to solve them. Because when you know how to solve them, then only you can use it here, no? Now let us see what's the Cramer's rule. So for understanding Cramer's rule, we are taking the general form. So we are taking two equations in general form. a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. This is our first equation. And a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. This is our second equation. Now to solve these two simultaneous equations by using Cramer's rule, we have to write down three determinants, d, dx and dy. Okay, so very first step is to write down these three determinants. Now they are written here horizontally, but while solving you will write down them vertically, one below another, because you need to solve them. No, in front of them we are going to solve them. When we will discuss the question, that time you will understand it better. But how to write down these three determinants, that is important. For writing D, determinant D, we have to only observe the left hand side of both the equations. Then the coefficients from the first equation, coefficients of x and y, they will appear as the first row. That means whatever numbers you will find on the left hand side of the first equation, they will appear in the first row. See a1 here and b1 here. Okay. Then from second one, a2 and b2, they will appear in second row. Okay, that means only you are observing the left hand side. But when you're writing dx and dy, that time you have to make use of right hand side also. So what you do is you first write down right hand side both the places, so that further it will be easier for you. So when you are writing dx, that time this right hand side you will write as first column. And when you are writing dy, the right hand side will be a second column. Okay. Why it is so? See here. When we are writing dx here, we are not considering coefficients of x. Okay. So we are replacing coefficients of x by the constants c1 and c2. And coefficient of y means column 2 as it is. From here only you are going to copy. Okay. And for dy, we are going to ignore coefficients of y. We are not going to take them in consideration. So this constant, they are coming in the second column in place of the coefficients of y. And then first column, which are coefficients of x, they will come as the first column, that is a1 and a2. Okay, so in this way you are going to write d, dx and dy. And then you will solve them also by cross multiplication. That means we will be ready with value of d, dx and dy, and those value we will use to find the values of x and y. That means solution for this equation. And there we are using Cramer's rule. So this statement, it should appear after finding these determinants. Many students, they write down the statement in the beginning itself. Please take a note that for finding determinants we are not using Cramer's rule. We are using Cramer's rule to find values of x and y. So the statement Cramer's rule must appear after finding the determinants. Okay. So what is Cramer's rule here? That we get x by dividing dx by d. So x is equal to dx by d, or dx divided by d, and y is equal to dy divided by d. That means this value which we have got here, those values, those numbers we are going to write. For example, suppose dx is 6 and d is 2. So 6 upon 2, value of x is 3. Suppose dy is 8 and d is 2, then the value of y will be 4. Okay, so in this way you are going to get the answer. So Cramer's rule is easy. Only it is important to understand how to write d, dx and dy. If you are writing them correctly, then you are going to get the correct answer. So the question based on Cramer's rule, it can come for 3 marks. Okay, it can come as activity also, or it can come as a straightforward question also. So in question number 3a or in question number 3b, it can appear. Then the questions of determinants which we discussed previously, they can appear in question number 1a or question number 1b, which are MCQs and 1 mark questions. Okay. Now let us see the examples. Before that, one important thing here, that d cannot be 0. You know that when d comes in denominator, it is meaningless. That is why if d is equal to 0, then the simultaneous equations, they do not have the unique solution. Okay, this question is asked in your textbook, that just think about it or something, use your brain as like that, some heading is there, and there this question is asked, that what will happen if d is 0. So such question can come in exam also. So when d is equal to 0, then what you have to write is, these simultaneous equations, they do not have any uh, I'm sorry, a unique solution. So this condition is important, that d cannot be 0. Okay, now see, this is flow chart to keep in mind how to solve the simultaneous equations by Cramer's rule. So for what you have to do is, the very first thing is, you have to write down both the equations in general form, that is ax plus by is equal to c. Afterwards, you have to write down the determinants d, dx and dy, and you have to solve them. And then you are going to use Cramer's rule, that is x is equal to dx by d and y is equal to dy by d. And then you will write down values of x and y. And finally, you will write down the solution either as a statement, or you can write down in round bracket as I have said. Correct? So let us see practice set 1.3, which is based on Cramer's rule. So as I have said, it can come as activity also. So let's see, very first question here is activity based. So here they have given you one determinant and you solve it. See, 3, 2, 4 and 5 are the elements of these determinants. So you have to go for cross multiplication. 3 into 5. So what you will have in first box, that is 5. Minus sign is there by default. Then you have 2 into 4. Observe here, now don't write, it is not like that 2 is going to appear first only. As I have said, division, multiplication is orderless. So see here which number is given and which you need to write. Now since 4 is given, you have to write 2. Okay, sometimes to confuse you, they may write 2 here also. In that case, you have to write down 4. But here now, since 4 is given, you have to write 2 here. So observe and do accordingly. So 3 5s are 15. And then 15 minus 8 is 7. Because this multiplication is already provided. So, okay, so this way, such simple questions also can come. Let's go ahead. The second question is now again of 1 mark. Find the values of the following determinants. So first one here, minus 1, 7, 2 and 4 are the elements. So again we have to go for cross multiplication here. So what we are going to write here, minus 1 into 4 in one bracket, then minus sign in the middle, which is there in the formula itself, and 7 into 2, or you can write 2 into 7 also, as I have said. So minus 1 into 4 is minus 4, and 7 2s are 14, but minus sign is outside. So how we will write minus 4 minus 14, that is minus 18. Okay, so in this way you have to solve it. It's a 1 mark question. Then third type of question based on this Cramer's rule is what? Solve the following simultaneous equations using Cramer's rule. Okay, so here the equations will be given. As I have said, you have to observe them whether they are in standard form. Yes, they are in standard form. So immediately number them as 1 and 2. This is our very first step. That see whether the equations are in standard form and then number them. If they are not in standard form, you need to convert them in standard form. Now after this, the main part is to write down the values of D. Okay, so for writing D, as I have said, we are going to only consider left hand side. So see the numbers from the first equation, 3 and minus 4, they are in first row. Numbers in second equation, 4 and 3, they are in second row. Then we are going to write the second determinant, that is dx. Solve it afterwards. First to write down correctly. So for writing dx, we have to write down right hand side constants as a first column. Okay, and then take help of d to write down the remaining column. Copy it down same. Correct? Then for writing dy now, see these constants we are writing in second column, and then first column you copy from d as it is. Okay, so in this way easily you can write down d, dx and dy without making mistakes. Then you will find value of d, 3 into 3 minus 4 into 4. Okay, so 3 into 3 is 9, and here minus into minus is plus. So 9 plus 16, the answer is going to be 25. Similarly, you will find dx, 10 into 3 minus 4 into 5. So 10 3s are 30 plus 20, that is 50. And dy is 3 into 5 minus 10 into 4. So 3 into 5 is 15 minus 40, that is minus 25. So we got values of d, dx and dy. Now it is time to use Cramer's rule. See, don't write down the statement Cramer's rule here. We are not using it here, we are using it afterwards. So by Cramer's rule, x is equal to dx by d, that is 50 upon 25, which is equal to 2, and y is equal to dy by d, that is minus 25 upon 25, that is equal to minus 1. And finally write down the solution. As I have said, you can write down the statement, or you can write down xy is equal to 2 comma minus 1. You can write down the answer like that only, or you can write down solution is equal to 2 comma minus 1. So anyway you have to write down, but writing the final answer is compulsory. It carries half marks, so take a note of this. Okay, so we have discussed about Cramer's rule today. Now the next part we will discuss in next lecture. Okay, so students, today I am stopping here. We will meet in next lecture.